Good morning, everyone. Let us start this session. So this is the first lecture after your orientation program. So you had the orientation program in the last week. So before the orientation program, we already started the curriculum, that is your provisional classes from 7th of December. Okay. So in that provisional classes, we have covered the fundamentals required for the engineering mechanics subject. So those provisional classes we conducted as a foundation course for the engineering mechanics. So all those lectures for the foundation course or the provisional classes, they are available on the YouTube. So if you want to revise any concept, then you can go through that YouTube lectures. So today we will start with the module 1. So for the engineering mechanics, there are total 6 modules. So out of those 6 modules, 3 modules they are from the engineering static, and 3 modules they are from the engineering dynamics. Okay, so I have already explained the difference between the static and the dynamic. So this is the module 1 and this is the content of the module 1. So module 1 has 3 sections: section 1.1, section 1.2 and section 1.3. So 1.1 and 1.2 they are about the force and the resultant calculation. So in the provisional classes, we have seen the detailed classification of the force system, then principle of transmissibility, composition, and the resolution of forces. Okay. So the last point in the provisional classes that we have seen, it is the law of parallelogram. That means if there are two forces acting at a single point, then these two forces can be replaced by a single force. Okay, that is called as a net force or the resultant force. Okay. So law of parallelogram, it is used to find out the net effect or the resultant for two concurrent forces. The meaning of concurrent is the forces or the line of action of forces passing through a single point. So this process of combining two forces into a single force, this is called as a composition. Okay. So first we have seen the resolution, and after that we have seen the composition. Okay. So today we will see if there are more than two forces at a point or in a system, then how to find out their net effect or the result. Okay. So from today we will start with the section 1.2, which is the resultant calculation. Okay. So this is the detailed calculation about the force system and converting the given force system into a single force. So as the resultant calculation, this part is totally based on the calculation. So for that, you will need the calculator. Okay. So today I will explain how to use the basic functions required for the engineering mechanics. So I hope all of you must have purchased the calculator. So today I will demonstrate some of the basic operations with the help of the calculator, which is FX991ES. So I will share the screen for the virtual calculator. Just check whether it is visible to you. So is the new screen visible to you? Okay, so here we will see some of the basic operations which are required for the mechanics. So first I will show how to enter the fraction, how to select the mode. So first is the mode selection. So I'm explaining this just from mechanics point of view. For the BEE, you will require different mode. So for the most of the calculation, in the mechanics, you will require the comp mode in your calculator. Okay, so how to select this comp mode? Okay, so I hope this is visible to you. So for the comp mode, there is one option which is a mode setup. So if you take any calculator, their user interface is same. Okay, so if you have purchased the 991 ES calculator, then it will have the same functions and same buttons available. So there is no difference. So for the selection of this comp mode, just press here mode setup. Okay, so in the mode setup, you can see the various modes available for your calculations. So we have to select the comp. Okay, so press 1. So we have selected the comp mode. Okay, now suppose if you want to perform some basic calculation, just suppose some multiplication. Okay, so I will do the multiplication for the fractions, so we can cover the most of the operations. So suppose you have the equation, which is a 25 upon 4 into, this is 23 by 16, and divided by 25. Okay, so you have to enter this complete equation. So you can see here there is one option which is a fraction available. So you have to press this fraction. Okay, now here we want 25. Then we have to select the denominator. So for the selection of denominator, we have to press this down arrow. So actually arrow is not visible, but this is the down arrow. And then enter 4. Then you have to press the right arrow. Okay, so that you can take this cursor on the right side or out of this fraction. Okay, and now we have to multiply this. So multiplication sign, again fraction, then this is 23. Press the down arrow, then 16. Press the right arrow so that we can take the cursor out of this fraction and divide it by 25. Okay, press equal. So right now the answer, it is available as a fraction. Okay, 23 by 64. But if you want this answer in decimals, then there is an option S to D. Okay, so just press this option S to D. So we can convert the fraction into decimal places. So answer is 0.359375. Okay, suppose if you want this in 10 raised to power, okay, 10 to the power 1, 10 to the power 2, then just press this engineering. Okay, so again observe, your original answer is 0.35. Okay, if you want this answer as a power of 10, then press shift and then press engineering. Okay, so you will get the answer 0.35 10 to the power 0. Again press ENG. This is 10 to the power minus 3, 10 to the power minus 6. Okay, so if you want to erase this, then you can press this AC. Okay, so when you press the AC button, then you can see the previous calculation just by this previous arrow, okay, or up arrow. So you can see this original equation. Okay, again press AC. You can see the previous calculation. But if you press the on button, then you will erase everything from the memory. Okay. Okay, so this is basic equation. So we have seen how to enter the fraction, how to convert the fraction into decimal places. Okay, next is the degree or radian mode. Okay, so when we are entering the value for trigonometric functions like sine 30, okay, so this sine 30, this angle, it is in degree, okay, and you will get the answer as a 0.5 or 1 by 2. But if you enter this 30 as a radian, you will get some different answers. So while doing the calculation, let us take, we have some equation like this: 50 sine 30 minus 40 sine 45. Okay. And if you want to find out the answer for this equation, then you have to enter these values in degrees. Okay. So there are two modes available in your calculator. So how to select this degree and radian mode? So for that, this mode is not directly available in the mode setup. Okay. So for that, you have to press this shift button and then press mode. Okay. So you can see the extra modes available in your calculator. So in that, you have to select the third option, which is a degree. So press 3. So by default, you will get this degree in your screen. Okay. So again, observe shift plus mode button, and after that select the third mode, which is a degree. Okay, so all the angles entered in your calculation will be in degree. So shift mode and select third option, which is a degree. Okay, and now you can, so suppose if you have the equation 50 sine 30. Okay, so answer is 25. So sine 30 is 1 by 2. Okay, so when we are entering the equation 50 into sine 30, no need to enter the multiplications. Okay, so calculator automatically detect this 50 sine 30 as 50 into sine 30. Okay, only in case of division you have to enter the division sign. So suppose we have the answer equation 50 divided by sine 30. Okay, so you will get the answer as 100, or you can use the fraction. So 50 upon sine 30. So this is about the trigonometry function and how to select the angle in radian and degrees. Okay. Next is inverse calculation. So if you want to take the inverse for a particular angle, so tan inverse 1 or sine inverse 1 by 2. So how to enter the inverse function? So for the inverse function, First, make sure that it is in degree, and here you can see the math. Okay, so actually math means in the mode option, if you press the shift and mode, then two options are available. One is a math IO and line IO. Okay, so by default you have to select the math IO. So we have to select one. Okay, again results format. So again select one. So you can see here degree and math. Okay, after that if you want to take the tan inverse, so select shift and tan. Okay, so you can see here inverse function is available. So it will get activated once you press the shift. So this is tan inverse. Okay, one, close the bracket. So answer is 45 degree. Okay, your answer is in degree format. You can press AC. Again shift sine. So it is a sine inverse 1/2. So select fraction 1, down button 2, right, close the bracket. Okay, so sine inverse 1/2. So this is 30. Okay, so this is how you can use the shift to calculate the inverse functions: tan inverse, sine inverse, cos inverse. Okay, even the hyperbolic options are available. So in your engineering mathematics 1 or 2, you will require this function, hyperbolic functions. Okay, okay, so suppose if you want to enter some value which is in terms of power of 10, suppose it is 3.54 into 10 to the power minus 8 upon 25 into 10 to the power 16. Okay, so you want to enter this fraction, which is a 10 to the power minus 8 and 10 to the power 16. So first select the fraction, then enter this value directly, 3.54 into 10. So we have to enter the value 10 raised to minus 8. Okay, so I have just written 10 and there is one option x raised to. Okay, so you can observe here. So just press this after 10. Okay, so again observe. If you want to delete a particular value, then just press the delete button. Okay, so first enter 10, then press this button, x to the power. Okay, that means 10 to the power, and then you can give the value which is a minus 8. Okay, now to take the cursor out of this raised to function, again press the right arrow. Okay, again press down arrow, so we can enter the denominator, which is 25 into 10 to the power, that means x raised to 16. Okay, and then press equal to. Okay, so this is how you can enter the 10 to the power by selecting this button, x raised to. Okay, so next is the equations. Okay, so equations. So this will be linear polynomial, quadratic equation, or the cubic equation. So first we will see the quadratic equation. So suppose you have the equation like 2x square plus 16x plus 25 equal to 0. Okay. And for this quadratic equation, if you want to find out the root, so this equation will have two roots. So we'll take this as a x1 and x2. Okay. So how to solve this equation directly in your calculator? So for that, there is one equation mode. So for the equation mode, you have to select the mode option. So select directly mode. Okay. In the mode, there is a third option, which is, sorry, fifth option, which is equation, EQN. So again, also select mode. In that, select fifth option, which is the equation. And you can see the various equations. First is the linear equation. Second is also linear equation in the three variables. It is first is two variables. Third is the quadratic equation, which is in format ax square plus bx plus c. So a, b, c, these are the constant values. Okay. And x is the variable. And fourth is the cubic equation. Okay. So right now we need the third option, which is a quadratic equation. So select 3. Okay. Now just we have to enter the constant values or the coefficients. So first is 2, which is the a. So I will write here. This is the standard format is ax square plus bx plus c. This is equal to 0. Okay. So by comparing this equation with our equation, a is 2. So press 2, then equal to. Okay, so once you press the equal to, then the coefficient will get entered in that equation. Second is b, which is 16. So enter 16, then press equal to. And third, which is a c, which is 25. So 25 and equal to. Okay. And then press equal to solve this equation. And after that, we will get the roots of that equation. So first is minus 8 square root 14 upon 2. So it is in fraction. So we need to convert this in decimal places. So select S and D. Okay. So first answer is, which is the x1 root minus 2.12. And for the second, again press equal to. So you will get the second answer, which is minus 5.87. Okay. So this is your first root. And this is your second root. So this is how you can solve the quadratic equation. Okay. Similarly, you can solve the cubic equation if you want to find out the roots of the cubic equation. So suppose you have the equation, which is 3x cubed plus 16x squared plus 25x plus 21. This is equal to 0. Okay. So this equation we can write in the standard form, which is ax cubed plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0. Okay. So we have to enter these coefficients in the equation mode. Now to solve this cubic equation, that means to find out the roots of this equation, press the mode option directly, then select the fifth option, which is equation, select the fourth option, which is a cubic option, and then enter the constants a, b, c, and d. So a is 3, press equal to, b value is 16, equal to, c value is 25, equal to, and d value is 21. Okay. Once you enter all the constant values a, b, c, and d, then again press the equal to sign to solve the equation. So here you can see the roots. First is x1, which is minus 3.53. Second is, so actually one part is not visible. Actually this second root is complex root. So to visible the second part, press SD. So you can see the real part and the complex part. Okay. This is second root. Again press equal to, you will get the third root. Again press this SD. So this is again a complex part. Okay. So to see the previous root x1 and x2, just press the up arrow x2, x1. Okay. So this is how you can solve the quadratic equation and the cubic equation. Okay. And you can find out the roots of these equations. Then press on. Okay. And once you press the on button, the mode which is active now, it is the equation mode. Okay. So to go back to previous mode, which is normal mode, just press mode option and select comp. Okay. So comp, which is the first mode, it is the normal mode. So you can function, you can perform the normal mathematical operations. Okay. So enter the first option, which is a 1.